Hey everybody, I'm back with another fun, exciting video series because I don't have enough of these video series. This is something new that I'm going to be trying where it's going to be me just doing a quick review of a particular day. So this here is going to be for May 8th, 2024, reviewing, the areas of opportunity, the trade areas, all that good stuff, and where things pivot and so forth. So I'll try to do these a couple times a week with the main goal of every day, but let's see if we can keep this relatively short, under 4 hours, hopefully. Well, heck of a lot shorter than that, hopefully. But let's kind of take a look at everything. So this is the MNQ. We've got 5 and 5 minute at the top left, 1 hour in the bottom left, and then we have two tick charts on the right hand side, the small and the big tick. So let's kind of take a look at things. So right now we're positioned right at market open. Actually, so market open would have been like approximately right here-ish. So kind of what happened here, let's take a look. It did a move up overnight. So we had yesterday's open where right here, actually, let me get my stuff situated. It was out of reach. So looking at the 1 hour chart, we've got, so this is overnight. So it looks like it went largely sideways overnight after making a pretty big move yesterday. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. So this is yesterday. Yeah, it went sideways the day before it went up. So that was Monday then, because today is Wednesday. So it went largely sideways, had a little bit of a bump here yesterday, right in the middle of the day. I don't remember what happened, maybe news event or something like that. But then it went sideways, came down and tested the RDA, it seems like right there. Let's kind of look at things. We've got levels up above, levels below, and we are momentum short on the charts. On all these other charts, extension from the RDA on the 5 and the big tick. So let's kind of go see what happens. Maybe there's going to be a pull up here going up. So right over, let's zoom in a little bit. So we had an indication like right in this area here that things are changing. We had a close above the 24 on the big tick, and then we had this green candle moving up. So it's either heading towards the RDA or all the way up here in this area. Let's do rectangles up here. So we'll do a rectangle up here as a potential target area. Also the opening range high. We'll see if it comes back up and pulls up into that area, or if it's going to keep going down, potentially maybe like here in this area with the weekly low, and then the daily 200 is even way down below, but that coincides with last week's range here. So let's kind of see. So we've got the indicator. I thought I drew a circle here somewhere. There it is. So about 5 minutes into market open, we had an indicator that it's moving upwards. So that's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. We'll see if it passes 130 or if it goes up to 200. If I was in it, I'd prefer it to go up to 200. So moving on up. So it's a little bit higher here. So it keeps going, and then stall area right here. This is where we'd kind of want, it's still edging up, right? Because we still see upward movement on the price. So it looks like we have blasted through It's going up to 160 here. Yep. So we had our indicator. This would have been the area to go long. Definitely. We don't have any indication anywhere in this range, at least here in the next 10 minutes, to basically get out of the trade. So let's say we got in approximately at 100. This would have been already like a 40, 50 point move. Very nice. So it blasted through the RDA. Our target is up here, 190, 200-ish. Definitely expect some kind of reaction, maybe an overshoot to 210. Okay, stall area up here. Our first indicator that things are going in a different direction. Right here, maybe something's going to happen. Let's see. Looks like it might hold this 200 and keep going up. We'll see if it comes up here, taps down, then we'll expect more downward momentum because, we went down, extended past the RDA on the big tick, came up here, tested the 200, tested the 200. Hey, that's a thing. It rode the 200 all over here. So dip down, come back up. But will it get up a little higher? Will it do an overshoot to the daily open or the OR high? Let's take a look. So it looks like it's continuing. Boom, hits the daily open. So daily open, where are you? Daily open's right here. You can see it right there, right in this area here. Maybe I need to put that guy back on this chart. So, yep, it went through that up to the OR high. Let's see, is it going to continue going? So we don't have any indication, at least on the small tick, to do any kind of bail. We want to ride. When we had that indication down over here that there was something brewing and it came here, we should have gone long. If we're playing off of this chart and we're looking at these others, we should have gone long right here. No indication of getting out of our trade. We get maybe a little worried right here, but still, it was not a significant crossover, and momentum basically stayed pretty good. Bias definitely stayed good. We had a little reversal on momentum in this area right here, but long all the way. Keep going. And then little trouble area right here. So we did have a decent pullback, but if we got in, how big of a move is that so far? How many points? Like if we got in, let's say approximately right here, and we went up and we're like sitting here at the RDA, that right there is what? 59 points. So that is a really good move. I would take that. And then how long was that? So 35 minutes. So 59 points in approximately half an hour. We'll take it. So we've got a stall area up here. What time is it? It's like almost 10 o'clock. Little stall area. We might want to think that it's potentially reversing. We had our first indicator like right here in this area that maybe there's some downward motion possible here. Let's see. We created a level up here at 235-ish, which is like right here. So we've got a level that's created right here. We're approaching the 200 on this. Let's see if it bounces off of these indicators. See, everything is piled up on top of each other here. Let me kind of zoom in on this. Everything's piled up on top of each other. So we're not getting any clear indication, at least on this chart. But still, this guy's long, except that area that we highlighted earlier, and it's still long. There's no indication of bailing on anything. This is riding above the 9. Stick with it. Stay long. And then, so potential trouble area over here. We're kind of watching it. If we're still in the trade, we might want to take something off, but we're watching it. Get kind of worried, especially when it's coming down here. We might give up all of our profit, but it had a pretty good turnaround, not super strong, but it had a good turnaround here. Crossed our indicators here, not super strong, but it did cross them. We're still above the M9. we're hugging the M9 above the 24 on this. So if we're paying attention to these guys, we're still sticking with it. Still sticking with it long. Okay, this is a little interesting right here, right at 10 o'clock. It had like a pivot. It had a sharp move up and then an equally sharp move down, actually a little steeper, I would think. Let's see what's going to happen. Is it going to stick above this range right here? So, it might bounce off of it and continue. If it blasts through it, maybe we want to consider this here being a level right here where we had overshoot, tap, tap, and we're kind of done. We're done on this upward impulse. Because look at this. This is a pretty decent move. I don't know if this is the one that I measured a little bit ago, but this is 147 points. That is, I thought I could just tap that. There we go. That's 147 points in the last, this is since before market opened. So market opened, it opened right around here somewhere. So let me measure from there. So this move right now is about 130 points-ish. So that's still a good move. It's 40 points less than we talked about earlier. So let's see what happens here. Right? We got a level above, level below. We don't want to focus on this too much and have it guide our trades. We're still watching these guys over here. We don't have indication that these are going short at all. So let's see. It kind of goes through, stalls a little bit, keeps going. Okay, if we look at this right here, we've got some action happening here. We got a crossover. Let's see if it holds. If it goes above the RDA here, if the price goes above the RDA, then, then we still might be on target to go up. But, we are doing an RDA test over here on this guy, potentially a daily open test over here. It could be a tiny little pullback and keep going, or maybe we're done for the day. Let's see. Let's keep going. Oh boy, down bubble. So we are probably potentially done with that upward move. Let's see how this next candle plays out on the big tick, because, RDA test, it looks like this one's going to be greenish potentially. It's holding. Let me zoom in. Maybe not. Yeah, we're down. We're going down over here. Pullback. This is where we'll see okay, what kind of pullback do we want over here? So this is how many points? This is 80 points. Then how far do we go? We went 75 points. So maybe 70-point moves. This is a pullback is definitely bigger than this pullback here. Smaller than this pullback, that's for sure. But maybe this is a little pullback area, tap the RDA, and then keep going for another 70 points, which will take it up to 250, 260, maybe a little bit more. Okay, let's see what happens. Nope, still going down. So at this point, this guy's telling us that, upward momentum for the time being is pretty much done. It did go back quite a bit. It went back 30, 40 points. And at this point, we are looking short. Best thing to do is to go short and ride with it. Don't necessarily try to catch the bottom. That's a tougher move. You might get lucky, might not. So here, it's steady short. Where is our target? Let's put a target here. Let's put another target there. So 72.57 are our two targets. Let me see if we scroll. Got one here, got one here. Let's see if the price reacts at either one of those two. Okay, it hit this guy right here. Let's see. Is it going to go sideways? Is it lunchtime? No, it's 10:30. It's going sideways. And potential reversal here to go long. We'll see what happens in the next couple of seconds. Looks like it really wants to go above that RDA, but I mean, look at that. That's from 10:15. So that's like almost half an hour so far of sideways action. It tests it again. And now it looks like we might test lower. We're still testing it, still testing it. Probably not the best area to trade if you're trying to go long or short. It's better to do range trading, try to catch those highs and lows. But let's see, how big is that range? Oh, that's really tight. These are like 10-point moves, 10, 15-point moves. Yeah, it's better to go outside and play during this time. How are we looking on other charts? I've been talking too much about the small tick. If we look at this over here, yeah, we're pretty much going sideways on this. Got levels below, levels above. It could get down. It could be shooting down all the way here. We got the 50% here at 140. If we look long term, if we're long, we're going up here. If we're short, I'll say the 50 or the low. So we got two targets short. Let's put circles on them. And a target on the high, which is up there. So we're still going sideways over here. This is like danger zone. Everything's on top of each other. You got 50-50 chance of choosing one or the other. So it looks like we're heading down again. It went to that level that we marked a while back. Let's see if it's going to tap it again. Very well could tap it again and then move up, or maybe this was it. Whoa, nice big sell-off right here. How big of a move was that? This was right at lunch. So 12 o'clock, it went from 166. I mean, not huge. So like, like 30 points. Ripped down, answered quite quickly. But if you notice, it's all going short. The sentiment that we see right now is short unless it decides to pivot. This move, to me, doesn't mean that it's going up. Would have been a nice move to catch, definitely. But yeah, we're still going down. So yeah, we came down to the 50. Our next target below, I would say, is down here around 18,080 approximately. We had another test of this here coming up by the RDA on the big tick. We're starting to get bigger swings. So we had an indication right here that maybe it's going long. Well, there and like here, like these two areas. So maybe it's going long. We got to break through this to go higher. Looks like it did it. Shooting up to 230, 240. Okay, getting near the end of market. It's probably the best time to get out, but it's back in this range that we saw a little bit ago. So that was a decent move. It's switching momentum short. This guy looks like it's short. This guy looks like it's short. And this one's not moving, is it? Oh, I turned that off. I forgot. And so this is market close right here. So we had a couple of good indicators to go long, at least in the beginning, on these charts over here on both big tick and 5 minute. We had a couple areas that we picked out. It didn't get back up here. So it just largely went sideways for the rest of the day after this big move. It didn't get up to this top level that we chose. It did tap the 50, did not get down here. But, good money to be made doing range trading, at least while the swings were big. If you had the courage, although especially in that time where it kind of went sideways there, that would have been very nerve-wracking. Could cost you a lot of money if you weren't catching the extremes. So that's about it. The beginning of the day was pretty darn good. Went sideways the rest of the day. Still, you could trade it and do okay. Big tick, same kind of thing. Nice big moves in the beginning. Edging down here, could have caught that. That would have been a slow decline, and then a little bit of action swings here. But these might have been a little harder to catch, just based on I don't say the signals weren't that great, but they weren't as obvious as they were here. Okay, so that's it for this first video. Hope you enjoyed it, and catch you in the next one.